Hey y'all, so happy Friday, and on Fridays I think I want to do like story times because I have a lot of stories I can tell. Okay, so I think Friday nights is going to be our story time night. So today's story is based on a real life story. Okay, these are real life events, real people. Okay, but we will be changing the name because I ain't got time. You don't want to tussle with me, so we will be changing the names. Okay. The name of the story is My Boyfriend Stole My House. Let's get into it, okay? And these stories, the reason why I want to tell y'all, like I said, these are real life events. This is not no makeup story. This is something that really happened to somebody. And I want to tell y'all so it can help y'all, okay? It can help y'all make the right decisions, okay? The right choices, okay? Especially if you're single or you in a new relationship. This gonna help you make the right decisions, okay? Because 2025, dating in 2025 is risky, okay? Because they don't want a wife, they want a provider, okay? They're not looking for a wife, they're looking for a provider right now, okay? They're looking for somebody that's gonna take care of them. They're looking for a big mama with the motion. They're gonna take care of them while they do nothing, okay? That's what they're looking for out here in these streets. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Hide your money, hide your cars, hide your houses. You gotta be careful. You can't let them know what all you got. Sometimes you gotta play broke. Because they treat the broke ones good. But you got to notice the red flags, okay? So let's get into this story. Kim just got a divorce. Her and her husband had to sell their house. Kim just sold her house. She was out there going to the club, going to the bars and the clubs, looking for love. And she thought she found love. She found this man. I'm going to say his name was Billy. I think Billy had 2 kids. Yeah. Billy had 2 kids. Kim didn't have any kids. Okay. Just went through a divorce. So she got her apartment. Because, that's all she needed was her apartment. She wasn't thinking about buying another house. She was going to live in an apartment. So when Billy came, Billy was like, you know what? Taking her out places. This was like the first 3 months. Billy treated her like a queen, okay? Billy treated her like a queen the first 3 months of their relationship. Taking her out to eat. They going out of town. They doing stuff. So the first 3 months, he was treating her real good. And Kim fell in love. She was deep, deep down in love, okay? She didn't have no kids. Like I said, Billy had 2 kids. Billy was living with his parents. Yeah. And these people, I want to say, are between 40 and 50, okay? So, Billy was living with his parents. And Kim told Billy that, she just sold a house, so she had, a large sum of money. So, Billy, I guess this is about, okay, so this is like the first 3 months. Billy's telling, Kim, you know what? I would love for us to get a house together. I would love for us to live together and be a blended family and all this, all right? So they started looking at houses. So like within 6 months, Kim decided to buy a house. So with Billy. So like when 6 months hit, she was like, I'm in love with Billy. I'm going to go ahead and buy a house with Billy. So Billy was like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's buy the house. So Kim was like, well, I can use my money that I got from selling my old house. I can use that for a down payment for this new house. And you can just add some to it. So Billy's like, you know what? I think all we need is your down payment. I'm still trying to save money. I got investments or whatever. So let's just use the money you have for a down payment. Let's just use that money for, a new house. So then they went to go get the mortgage loan. So, child, Billy credit was like a 400. So, with that being said, Kim had to get the mortgage in her name. So Billy tried to say somebody stole his social security number and got all this stuff in his name. So he did not have any idea that his credit was this bad. Kim said, you know what, the mortgage would just be in my name. So then, I guess about a month later, it was time for them to close on the house. So Billy wanted to be there. So Billy went with Kim when she went to the attorney's office to close on the house. So they're in the middle of signing papers, and Billy's like, no, 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 no. My name needs to be on the deed. So Kim was like, okay. He was like, if we're going to be together and this going to be our house, my name needs to be on the deed. So Kim let them add his name to the deed. Okay. So they move into the house, and about a week later, Kim realized Billy's a drunk. Billy's a drunk. Billy done lost his job. Yeah. So Billy done start arguing with her, fighting her in the house, drinking. It's a mess. Like, Kim is about to lose her mind. And back to the house now. This wasn't no little house. This house was a brick house, and I think it was like 4,000 square feet. It had a 3-car garage. It had a pool. It was a nice house, okay? It had like 2 living rooms. This was a nice house, okay? This was no play house. And did I say it was all brick? It was all brick. This was a nice house. So Kim was like, you know what? Because Billy was supposed to go half on the mortgage. That wasn't happening. So Kim was just like, you know what? I can't do this with you. You drunk. You're having parties. You're not helping with no bills. Like, you got to get up out my house. So Kim was ready to kick him out the house. Billy said, I'm not going nowhere. Billy said, no, Bookie. I'm not going nowhere. This is my house too. This house belongs to us. This house belongs to us. My name on the deed. You can't kick me out. Yeah. So Billy just started really driving her crazy. He drove her so crazy that she went and got her apartment again. So now she's paying a mortgage payment and she's paying rent at her apartment. So she went to take Billy to court. The judge said that she could not kick Billy out of the house, even though her name was on the mortgage and she was paying the mortgage. Billy and her name was on the deed, so Billy could stay at the house. Billy could stay at the house because his name is on the deed. I remember correctly, they went to court again. And the next time they went to court, the judge said that he had maybe 3 months or so to get the mortgage in his name and for Kim to remove her name off the deed. But I know it was a good minute she was paying that mortgage and paying the rent and wasn't living in the house. And she didn't want to stop paying the mortgage because it would affect her, not Billy. Okay? So with all that being said, he got to live in the house for a good little minute without paying any bills. He got to keep the house if he put the mortgage in his name, which I don't talk to the girl no more, so I don't know what happened with that. So I don't know if he's still in the house and got the mortgage in his name, but still, that's kind of like, and I don't know if he could have found somebody else to refinance the house. If he could, if his credit still was bad, I don't know what happened. But I do know he stayed in the house for a long time with her paying the mortgage. I don't know. He may be still in the house and she paying the mortgage. Or he might have got the mortgage in his name. I don't know. After that happened, we was just work friends. I had left the job. So I don't know exactly what happened with it. But this is what I'm telling you. If a man don't have his own place and he keep pushing you and pushing you and pushing you to buy a house, don't do that. Don't do that. I feel like if a man wants you to live with him and wants y'all to get a house together, he'll get a house. He'll get the house for y'all. You as a woman shouldn't be getting no house. A man begging you to get a house. He ain't on no mortgage. He can't make no down payment. Why he on the deed? Why is that man on the deed if he can't help with the down payment? If his credit was too bad to get on the mortgage, there's no reason why he need to be on the deed. And then you only knew the man for 6 months. That's too soon. Too soon. Billy knew she just went through a divorce. Billy knew she was sad and was going through stuff and, looking for somebody to love her. And Billy took advantage of her. Point blank, period. Billy took advantage of her. And there's a lot of men out here wanting to take advantage of women. So you gotta be smarter than that, okay? If a man's constantly telling you, we need to buy a house together so we can live together, let him buy the house. And you put your name on the deed if you want to, but let him buy the house. Okay? So just be careful out here, because these men ain't, some of these men, I ain't gonna say all, but some of these men are dogs. Less than 2 years is too soon for you to be going in, buying a house with a man, especially a man that don't want to be on no mortgage, who's not making no down payment. Like, no reason. It was no reason for Billy to be on the deed. He didn't help with the down payment, and his name was on that mortgage. He wasn't gonna get on my deed, okay? Okay? So we just gotta be smart, because these men are trying to outsmart us and take advantage of us out here in these streets. So you got to be smart, okay? As soon as you see a little red flag, exit stage left. As soon as you see a little red flag, pack your stuff up and go. Pack your stuff up and go. Because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So just pack it up and go. As soon as he show you that one red flag, out of there. Okay? And then me personally, I wouldn't have, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It's like, I was about to say I wouldn't have left the house, but if he beating on me and drinking and all that, like, that could be like life threatening. He could harm me, like really harm me, like try to kill me or something. So yeah, I probably, I don't know. When she was telling me the story, I'm like, ain't no way I'll leave the house. But all the stuff he was doing, like, if she didn't leave, he could have did something to hurt her. So she probably did the best thing by just moving to an apartment. I personally probably would have just moved in with my parents or something. And, I wouldn't have felt safe being by myself, because the way he was acting about the house and wanting the house and all that, and couldn't find out he didn't really want me. He wanted the house. And, yeah. And then his name is on the deed, so if something happens to me, it's his house. So, yeah, and I be watching too many murder mysteries and stuff like that. So, I've been scared. I would have probably let him have that house. Well, I probably would have left the house, moved in with my parents, took him to court. And, yeah, I don't know, y'all. Because I was about to say, I've been okay with him keeping the house, but then I put all that money down towards the down payment. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know exactly what I would do, but I know I would be pissed. I would be pissed off. But comment down below, if something like that happened to you, how would you have handled the situation? Would you have left the house and got your apartment and moved in with a family member, or would you have stayed in the house? And yeah, so comment down below what you would have done. Would you have left the house or stayed in the house? Yeah, just comment down below how you feel about the situation and what you would have did. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in another video. Anywhere I can, I want to share my world.